Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. It actually feels really good to say that. I've tried so many times to film videos over the past couple months, I guess. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here.
Hey y'all. How's it going? Aimee here.
I think the reason I could not continue with the video was because it just didn't feel right. I say that because I actually was thinking about saying goodbye and not continuing on YouTube, just because I felt like there was a shift in my life and I felt like YouTube was not included in that shift. But really what it was, I think, was just I was changing, things around me were changing, and I just had to learn how to make the best of it. And as time went on, I realized that that's not what I want. I did not actually really want to say goodbye. I started to miss it, and yeah, and I really think that's why I couldn't continue on with those videos, because I was actually trying to tell y'all goodbye and I didn't know how to do it. Plus I tried to just film other videos randomly just to see, you know, experiment and see if like this is really truly what I wanted to continue to do. Honestly, it did start to feel like a job. And my job was changing and I was already stressed out about that job. So I didn't want to add another job to my plate at the time. So I really think I just needed a long break just to figure out what I wanted for myself and my channel. And I feel like we've come a long way, or I've come a long way in the last couple months since I started to kind of go down that downward spiral. Like, I didn't want to read anything. Nothing was catching my interest. I was getting obsessed with like TV shows. I was all obsessed with Shameless. It actually took over my life for I don't know how long. It has many seasons. If you've ever watched Shameless, you know what I'm talking about. It took over my life at a point, and I didn't want to do anything else but watch Shameless. So there was that. But yes, the more I wanted to read, I really did. But when I would go to pick out a book and start to think, okay, well, I gotta write the title down, I gotta write all the details, I gotta listen really closely and write things down so I can, you know, talk about it in another video. And it started to be like, but I don't want to do that. I just want to read. I just want to read. I don't want to have to remember anything, or I just want to pick up a book and read. And I'm sorry to say, like, I feel bad saying that now, but that's how I felt in the moment, and that's why my channel just kind of like, I just kind of let it go for a little while. And then I started getting messages on Instagram from some of you lovely friends and subscribers out there that were just making sure I was okay and wondering if I was coming back. And the more I saw those messages, the more I was like, yes, I do want to come back. Yes, I do want to come back. So I just kept saying, or there was a point in time when I was like, oh, this message is making me want to come back. Y'all are making me want to come back. So I would just respond with, I'll be back soon. I'm sorry that wasn't sooner than this video now. It is currently, the end of April is April 28th, Sunday, April 28th. We are already in the afternoon and I have so much to do today. I had a bit of a busy weekend, yet fun weekend. So let me back up a little. When I say, you know, things started to change for me at the beginning of the year, I lost my hairstylist. I don't know if you can tell, but my roots are extremely dark and my hair is a lot darker than it usually is. Now I know me and my previous hairdresser were playing around with incorporating some of my natural hair color back into my highlights. Yeah, I like to switch it up a bit. I like to change my hair. I really do, but when it all boils down to it, I'm a blonde. I have been a blonde since high school, and that is when I look at myself in the mirror and I don't see that blonde hair, I started to like feel down. So anyway, when I last saw my hairdresser, she broke the news to me that, you know, her rent was up at the place where she was doing hair, and she didn't know where she wanted to go. She was also at sort of a place in her life where she didn't really know what to do. Things weren't falling into place for her. She even said she didn't even know if she was coming back to hair. So that sort of, I understood completely, but it, you know, it did leave me in a little bit of a pickle because, you know, blonde takes a lot of maintaining, and so that meant I had to possibly find me another hairdresser. And I've been seeing that my previous hairdresser for so long, and I was so used to her, and you know, I'm a person, sorry, my phone's going off. I'm a person that doesn't really like change, and that also kind of contributed to everything that was happening around me. My job was changing, my hairdresser was leaving me, just things were happening, personal things in my family were happening, not bad things. Well, I mean, everybody's okay. Don't get worried. Everybody's okay. Everybody's fine. My nieces went through some breakups, and then, like I said, my job changed. So, not in a bad way. It's just, once again, I don't like change. I'm a introvert, a Pisces. I don't like it. But when you have to adjust to it, you have to adjust to it, right? Especially if it's your job. So it was months of training for like my managers and directors that were over me, so they can be prepared to train us when the time came. So for like the month of February and March, there was lots of training and just lots of, I was at the office a lot more. In fact, we're just kind of getting to the point where we're back at home. So that too has also sort of occupied my time and my mind. When I was done with work, I was done, you know. All I wanted to do was either like do a puzzle. My niece would come over and we would do a puzzle, or, you know, I'd just go spend time with my sister-in-law. Like I did not have any energy to do anything else. With all that being said, here we are. We're about to start a new month, and I feel like I'm ready to jump back into the YouTube game. Like I said, the more time I took off and was away from YouTube and making videos and away from y'all, the more and more I missed it. And you know, I even told some of my friends and families, I think this is it. I think I'm gonna let YouTube go. It was very hard because I've worked very hard to get to where my channel is today. So like I said, here we are, beginning of a new month. I'm ready to come back. Now I say that, but I don't want y'all to get y'all hopes up that I'm gonna be like spitting out videos left and right. I really don't think that's me anymore, because like I said, I did sort of lose the love of just reading. So I have been reading. In fact, I've read a good bit, but I have not wrote anything down. I haven't even done reviews on Goodreads. I did do some, and I do plan on, you know, finishing up what I need to, but I haven't like written anything down about these books. I just wanted to read. That's it. So that's what I did. So what I'm feeling for this channel as we move forward, I think it's going to be more of a vlogging channel, because that's where I feel more comfortable with. I like when it's more laid back and I feel like there's not much editing. I just prefer a vlog. I even prefer watching vlogs over just watching a regular, like, I don't know, like book haul video or a wrap-up video. I prefer just watching a vlog, and so I think that's what my channel's mostly going to become. I'm gonna try to put up a video a week, but don't be surprised if you don't see a video in, you know, every week. I don't want to put too much expectations on myself is what I'm saying. I do want to be here and I do want to come back, but I don't want to like throw myself in there and like just, you know, I don't want to do that, because I know myself, I'm going to get very tired of that very quickly, and which means I'm going to like shove it to the side again. So I'm just gonna, it's gonna be a slow move back into things, and we'll just see how it goes. You know, like I said, I think it's mostly gonna be vlogs going up. So with that said, welcome to this reading vlog update, life update and reading vlog, I guess. So anyway, back to my hair. As you can see, it's a little shorter. So I did find a new stylist, and I went to see her this past Friday. So that's, you know, I say we had a busy weekend. If you follow me on Instagram, we were at the LSU baseball game yesterday. I posted a few things there. We had such an amazing time. I love going to a baseball game. It's just like I was telling Michael's a big baseball fan. We're not really big football people, but you know, I was telling him like football stresses me out. Like it's just too much. It's too much going on. Like I don't know what it is about football. I just don't care for it. But baseball, I just feel like it's more laid back and I can enjoy the game. I understand it a little bit better. So yeah, so we spent the day at LSU. We went to see Mike the Tiger. We had such a good time. Such a good time. It was a beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. But it was very windy. We ended up at one of the LSU shops that were actually open over by the football stadium, and bought us, well, Michael was already wearing a hat, but he did need a new LSU hat, and he's been wanting an LSU baseball hat. So we found him like the perfect baseball hat, and I ended up getting me a hat as well because I couldn't stand my hair. I mean, the wind was insane. But we had a blast. And then Friday I had my new appointment with my new stylist, and we just kind of talked about my hair, and she gave me a fresh cut. And I really did like her. She's very, very different from my previous hairdresser, but you know, this might be a good thing. This might be a good change. Although I did hear back from my previous hairdresser that she is going to be back in hair, but at the time I had already like made my appointment. It was too late for me to cancel. Like she just sent out that message like this week. Like, I mean, I had just confirmed my appointment. They sent me like a little text like saying, you know, now's the time to confirm, or if you need to cancel, you know, go ahead and cancel. They do have like a fee if you wait and cancel like too late. So, you know, they send out this message. So I was like, oh yes, I'm coming. And then later on that day, I get a text from my previous hairstylist. I'm sure that she sent out to all her clients that she would be back. And so now I'm like, I really was upset at the moment when it happened. But I was like, you know what? Maybe everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. So maybe this is where I'm at. Maybe it's time to go to someone new. So, you know, like I said, I kept my appointment. I couldn't cancel it. But I figured, well, if I don't feel comfortable there for any type of reason, I just won't make them my next appointment. But I really liked her, and she was really sweet. Like I said, very different from my previous hairstylist, but still very sweet all in all. And I'm just ready to be a blonde, so I went ahead and made my appointment, which I go back and see her this Friday, to where she's going to give me a full head of highlights, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And I think we'll just go from there, and I'll just, you know, I'll see how she does. I'll be with her longer, so I'll see, you know, what kind of conversations we have. You know, that's another thing for me. I'm not very good with conversation. I mean, talking to y'all right here, I'm actually just talking to myself, basically, a camera. face to face, I'm very intimidated. It doesn't matter who you are, I'm intimidated by you in some sort of way. And it's hard for me to engage in conversation with people. And that's how I've been all my life. And I think that's what kind of makes a lot of people shy away from me, because they possibly may think I don't like them or whatever type of reason, but it's really not. I promise. If you ever meet me in person and I'm gonna be awkward, it has nothing to do with you. It's not personal. It's just me. It's just me, I promise. And I have to like really get used to you until I feel comfortable and I can really kind of like be myself. So anyway, with that said, long story, sorry I've been talking a really long time, and this is supposed to be a vlog, so this might be a really long vlog, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what I'm currently reading. So I'm currently physically reading a male-female romance by Nyla K. Is Push. It's from her Push Love is Love series. There's Push and then there's Pull, but I think Pull is a novella. The reason why I'm reading that is because I really wanted to read Trouble, which she says in her little, you know, synopsis or whatever. You can totally read it as a standalone, but if you want to really know the background of these characters, it is good to read Push and Pull, but you really don't have to. Well, me as a reader, I want to know about these characters, so I went back and I started Push, and I really enjoyed the first 50% of the book. I'm a little past 50% and I'm at a stopping point. Like, I'm like, do I want to continue? I don't know. I really kind of want to, just to see where this crazy relationship is going to go. It's actually between, how do I even explain that? It's the parents of his ex-girlfriend. Let's go with that. So we meet Ryan, and he is dating a young girl who brings him home to meet her parents for Thanksgiving. Her parents are Ben and Jessica. Ben and Jessica. They had their daughter when they were 17, so they're young parents for their age. So long story short, it's very taboo. So it basically, the dad kind of, you know, gets with the boyfriend, and then it ends up the mom gets involved as well. So when that happened, I was just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this. Not in a bad way. I don't really, I love Ben and Ryan, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure how I feel about Jessica in the middle. But I'm anxious to see what's going to happen with their daughter. Like, I want to know, like, how is she going to feel about this relationship, this crazy relationship? This is Nyla K, so of course it's going to be like completely off the wall. Now I don't know, like, usually Nyla K's, you know, sexy time scenes are like super hot and steamy, which in the beginning they really were, but now that the three of them are together, in a way, and I felt a little cheesy. It felt like a little cheese there, but I think we're gonna continue with it, and I haven't picked it up in a little while, so a couple days. So I'll pick it back up even, probably sometime today. But what I am going to be listening to is John Moore's The Good Samaritan, which I'm about 10 chapters in, and I don't know how I feel about it. I almost thought about DNFing it, but I'm gonna put it back in my ear today. I need to do some cleaning. I need to vacuum. Bella I need to clean out her litter box, and when I say clean it out, I'll clean it out every day, but I give it a good clean once a month, like throw away the litter that's in there and completely like clean the box and put new litter in, which she absolutely loves. Like, she'll just go in it and just, I call it, she's having a litter dance party. because she doesn't use it. She just goes in there and just you know, flaps the litter around and just has a little dance party by herself. But so I need to do that. I need to vacuum. I need to clean bathrooms. I need to kind of dust a little bit. So yeah, that's what I need to do today. So I'm gonna put the Good Samaritan back in my ear, and we'll talk about more of that later. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this because I've been talking for a really long time, and I think I've already filled up my little cord. So I gotta go take this and put it on my computer and pop it back in so we can do some more filming throughout the day. But anyway, I'll be back. I just finished cleaning the house. It is almost 7 o'clock. Poured me a little glass of wine. Coming in my room. My sister-in-law gave me this beautiful candle for my birthday. And I'm burning it for the first time, and I realized I left out a wick. She's got 5 wicks in there, so I need to light it. I have Fear the Walking Dead on. Yeah, I'm pooped. It's been a day. Just finished cleaning. I even kind of straightened up outside so I could show y'all like any patio updates. I don't know what y'all had seen last, but I'll go and show y'all that in a minute. But I got to, oh, what chapter am I on? And I didn't bring my phone in here. I have 6 hours left of the Good Samaritan. It has gotten a little better. So we have 2 characters that we're following, and we have a voice for each character, which I absolutely love. By the way, if you have Kindle Unlimited as well as Audible, you get the audio when you pick the book from Kindle, or if you like, you know, read it with Kindle Unlimited. It's, you know, it's, I want to say it's free to you, but it's really not, because you're paying a monthly fee to have, you know, access to all these books. But if you have Kindle Unlimited and Audible, you have free audio. Like, you can, like, not all Kindle's books are like that, but some of them, every now and then, I'll get to, like, if I choose a book that I want to read, it'll tell me that the audio is available with the book through my Kindle Unlimited. So I didn't have to use a credit on Audible, is I guess what I'm saying. But anyway, the narration is really good. I was getting just bored with our first character, who is Laura. She works for this company called The End of the Line. And what they do is they're basically like a helpline for anyone that is suicidal or just having a hard time in general, and they need someone to talk to. Well, she kind of takes it a bit further. I won't say any more, just in case you want to read the book. But and then after we get to a point in her story where it flips to Ryan's story and how their stories connect. So it has gotten a little better. So I was enjoying listening to that while I clean the house today. But I got 6 hours left, and I may finish it tomorrow. I don't know. I know I have a busy day. Mondays are usually now with the new workflow. Mondays are my busier days. Monday and Tuesdays, and then the week kind of pedals down after that. It's weird how the workflow is now. Not weird, it's just I'm not quite used to it, but I'll get there. But anyway, let's go look at the patio. Bella, I know, but it's not time. It's not time for those yet. Oh. I had to move a mattress. This is a situation. We need to put the bed back into this room. Just ignore that. No, it's not time. I don't know if I showed y'all this last year, but this is the patio set that I had bought from Lowe's. Like some pillows. It's been very windy here lately. I bought it like at the end of the season, so yeah. And then that's a rug I've been having, and of course our table that Michael redid. I'm pretty sure I showed y'all that. And so we've cleaned up a good bit, and we still got the crane thing, and we got us a sink. We got electricity now, so we have several outlets, so we'll eventually get our TV. We have our TV up, but we have like a surround sound system. Eventually we'll get that going, and we're gonna be covering this part. It's gonna look more like this. So Michael's gonna be working on that this summer. And of course the pool deck. I just recently got some new chairs, some lounge chairs, so I have a place to like lounge and lay out and get some sun. But the deck has took a toll. It's took a little beating with the you know, being in the sun, so we do have to seal it. We're gonna put another coat of sealant on it. I'm gonna also get a rug for this area, I think, and I'm gonna put up some like greenery. I don't know. I have plans. We'll see. But the pool's ready to go. It's a little dirty, but it's still a little chilly, so not quite ready to get in. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's very cold. Yeah, and that's our fire pit that we had for the winter. I didn't get to show y'all any of that, but that is up until this coming fall and winter, which I'm really excited about to use again. But yeah, it's all coming together. We still have a good bit to do, but we will get there. That's it. That's it. That's all the pig gets.
Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday on my Monday morning coffee cup. Monday's already starting off with a bang and I am so tired. I did not sleep well last night. I'm not sure why. I've been doing that a lot lately, just not sleeping well, exhausted. But anyway, it's Monday. It's Monday. We'll get through it. We'll make it. But just wanted to say good morning. I didn't do any reading last night. After I took my bath, I was done. I was tired, so I just got in bed and kind of watched a little bit of Fear the Walking Dead and dozed off a little bit. Yes, I'm obsessed with Walking Dead right now. I discovered that on our streaming service that we have YouTube TV. There is a Walking Dead universe channel. I need to get my butt in gear, drink this coffee, and get my day going, but just want to say good morning, and I'll see y'all a little later. I love a rainy, gloomy day, y'all. Even though I'm working, I mean, I'd rather be like listening to the rain and reading, but I still love a rainy, gloomy day. I found this recipe this weekend for a protein-packed pancake, and I added some blueberries, and just to give it a little bit more protein, I added peanut butter on top, and just to sweeten it up just a tad, just a little swirl of maple syrup, and it really fills you up. I know it looks really big. You can of course make smaller pancakes, but I like to make the big one, and it keeps me full for, you know, a couple hours. But it's really good, really simple to make, packed with protein, fiber. I'm trying to eat better. Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. We have a bit of a foggy morning this morning, so I'll turn the camera around so I can show y'all. Ooh, and it's a little chilly this morning. It's a nice fog going on. It almost feels like a fall morning, and summer's not even here yet. Weird weather we're getting here in Louisiana. I'm waiting for my coffee to finish brewing, which I think it has. I didn't get much read yesterday. Yesterday was a very busy work day. Right from the start. This is, I know I use the cookie butter one a lot, but this one's really good. It's actually a new one, the French vanilla. They have the regular vanilla, but this French vanilla, it's so good. Yeah, but it was a very busy day. I had many phone call meetings and one Teams meeting, like right at the beginning of the morning. Like, great way to start Monday off. Right, let's just kickstart it right away. So yesterday was really busy, but one good thing about a busy day with what I do, with how my job has changed a little bit, it makes the day go by fast. So, pros and cons. But anyway, I'm gonna try to, oh, focus. I had to wash my hair this morning. I'm curling and letting it naturally curl this morning to see how it does with my new short hair. Sometimes when I cut my hair, my curls aren't as prominent, but we'll see. Oh. But anyway, I'm gonna try to read or listen to some more today. I didn't feel like, it's sad, but I really didn't feel like picking up the book last night, the Push. I'm gonna do my best this evening to maybe get some physical reading done, but I just didn't feel like reading it last night. I'm not into it anymore. Whoa, there we go. I'm not into it anymore. I don't know what it is about the book, because I'm all about a good taboo story. But you know, I don't know. And then I went on a little walk yesterday, trying to get at least a 20-minute walk in every day. I haven't been doing so good. But y'all are gonna keep me motivated to get at least that walk in every day. And I did get another chapter read. So I did discover in The Good Samaritan, so we have Laura is one of our characters and we have Ryan. I've discovered that I just don't like Laura. I don't like her, and I don't like her telling her story. But I'm still into it. Like, I really like it when Ryan's telling the story. But anyway, I'll try to maybe get some more listen today. Hopefully I don't have as many interruptions as I did yesterday. And that was kind of one of the things that didn't keep me reading, was because I just didn't have time to either physically read or listen to a book, especially when I was in the office. So yeah, so I haven't really honestly got a lot of reading done. I will put a clip somewhere in this video of me talking about some of my recent reads, so watch out for that. But I'm gonna get to work. Yeah, and I'll talk to y'all a little later. Happy Tuesday. I have A Very Filthy Game by Lauren Blakely and A Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, which was so out of my reading comfort zone, I guess, because this is a male-female, and I haven't read a male-female in a really long time, but for some reason I wanted to read this book, so I did, and I actually kind of liked it. It was about a young girl in high school dating a guy and basically falling for his dad. I know that doesn't sound, I feel like that sounds kind of, I don't say cliche, but the way it happened made so much sense, and I really got into like their story. I really did enjoy it, because there's actually not, if you've ever read A Birthday Girl, you know there's not a lot of sexy times in here. It's just the story, and I really enjoyed the story behind these two characters, or three characters if I'm being honest. Yeah, it was a really good read. A Very Filthy Game was a male, of course, and it was a baseball sports romance, which I'm a huge baseball fan. I love baseball. Michael's a big baseball fan. So, and we're in baseball season right now, so we've been watching a lot of baseball. But anyway, this was really good. I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah, I did. This is Rafe and Gunner's story. And I'm trying to remember if, I don't know if I've heard from these characters before, because other characters from Lauren Blakely's books are in here. But yeah, you really don't need to read those. I mean, this is definitely a standalone. But it's between a baseball player and another guy, and I can't remember how they met. Oh yes. Okay, so Rafe is like a billionaire. Like, he's some sort of designer, and he designs men's underwear. And Gunner, I think they met, I want to say, in a hotel bar after a game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really remember the details. It's been a while. But he posted like a video, not a video, an Instagram shot of himself wearing the underwear, and their relationship kind of just took off from there. It was very flirty and very sexy. Very, very sexy. Once again, not too much sexy time, but just enough to like really make the story hot and steamy. But the story and the characters behind it was really, really good. And then my most recent reads, Murder Road by Simone St. James. This was pretty good. I gave it 3 stars. I've just been like, nothing since the Sundown Motel has really got me as far as like Simone St. James goes. I do really enjoy her writing though, and I love how she always puts like a paranormal perspective into her stories. So this like I said, it was good, but I wasn't that into it. And I don't know if it's because this was kind of like the first book I picked up when I had that little chat with myself to like just pick up a book you want to read. And even though this is a new release, I was really excited because, you know, Simone St. James, Murder Road, it takes place in 1995. I was really excited about it, but you don't get a really good nostalgia vibe from it. The 1995 vibe is not really there. The story is still pretty good, but like I said, I found myself like kind of not really paying much attention, honestly. But we basically have a couple, and they are on their honeymoon, and they find themselves down this road. They don't really know how they got there. They're kind of lost in a way, and they run across this young woman who is just on the side of the road who seems to be hurt. And the story kind of takes off from there. I don't want to give away too much. I don't know what the synopsis says, but our 2 characters, April and Eddie, both have quite the background to both of them. Eddie is like ex-military, and April just has a different past. Like, she's just not really, you know, I don't know how to explain her, but anyway, if you've read the story, you know. But it was just okay. It was just okay. I did listen to it, narration was great, but I just found the story to be okay. And this really upset me. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. I'm starting to realize like his books kind of revolve around Greek mythology, which I'm not a huge like mythology fan or even a history buff. But so yeah, so this was really kind of over my head a little bit, and I really didn't like it at all. And once we get towards the end, like I pretty much knew where it was going, for one, and once we get there, it's so confusing and so back and forth. I was just like, okay, this I can't. I mean, I finished it, but by the hardest. It was also told in different point of views, which I kept getting very confused about.
So we're mostly following, oh, who's our main character here? Elliot. My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've ever heard. So we hear from him. He's telling the story from his point of view, like he's talking to us, and then we like jump into third person, like the narrator is talking about other people that are there with Elliot. So we have some friends that decide to go to an island for like an Easter break. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I can tell you. But you know, things start to take place on this island, but mostly you're hearing from Elliot, and he's telling you about his friends and their life and who they are and what leads them to this island, basically. But like I said, it's back and forth point of views. I got really confused about, and I just wasn't really into the storytelling, and I didn't like the back and forth at the end. It was like, here's the story, here's what happened, nope, here, this is what really happened, oh, nope, 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 this is what really happened. Like, no. I'm already in a state of like, I don't know what's happening. Don't give me confusing books to read. Anyway, I continued on with my book of the month, just because they were books that I just truly wanted to read. So I continued on with Only If You're Lucky by Stacey Willingham. I really enjoyed this. I love the way Stacey Willingham tells a story. I gave it 4 stars. I thought I knew where it was going, but I really didn't. I didn't realize. Nope. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, I enjoy her storytelling. So we actually have a group of girlfriends here, and I feel like this is mostly about just, you know, just girl power and girl friendships and what they would do for each other, kind of situation. We mostly hear from Margot. She's pretty much telling us the story, and she tells us about her friend Eliza, and as she moves on to college, she becomes friends with another group of girls. Lucy is one of them, and then we have Sloane and Nicole, and she ends up moving into like a college-owned house with these other 2 girls. There is a death that takes place in Margot's past, as well as one that takes place in her present, as well as a missing person. So we do have a timeline. We go from before and after. So before the missing person and present death occurs, and then we get the story of after the, so I guess kind of like now, then and now, but it's referred to as before and after. But yeah, really enjoyed the story, and really, like, I didn't know where this plot was headed. I thought I did, but I really didn't. It was really good. I had a really good time with this book. So that's pretty much all I've read in the past couple months since you've heard from me. I am currently listening to a male romance right now. Roommate Arrangement by Saxon James is the first book in the Divorced Men series, and I'm really liking it so far. I'm only about halfway through, but really enjoying it. And that's that as far as reading goes.
Sweet baby.